This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. 5 COVID-19 deaths reported by health officials in the latest Ministry of Health and Wellness dashboard for Tuesday, December 14th. These deaths occurring between August 30th and November 7th and include 2 females and 3 males. 3 of the latest victims from New Providence, a 49-year-old female, a 42-year-old, and a 65-year-old, both males, and a 56-year-old male of Eleuthera and a 62-year-old female, also of Eleuthera. These deaths push the country's COVID death toll to 713. Health officials noting that there are now 150 non-COVID related deaths, with 36 deaths under investigation. As for new COVID infections, 21 cases were confirmed on Tuesday, 12 on New Providence, 3 of them with a history of travel, 4 on Grand Bahama and Exuma, 3 of those on Exuma with a history of travel, and 1 case on Eleuthera, also with a history of travel. Total cases in country now at 22,971. 406 cases are active. Hospitalizations have increased slightly. 21 people are hospitalized with the virus, 18 moderately ill, and 3 in intensive care. 5 people recovered from the virus on Tuesday. Bahamas Power and Light CEO Whitney Hasty responding to concerns voiced by President of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union Carl Wilson surrounding safety concerns at the Blue Hills Power Station. As of Monday, Mr. Wilson told our news team that a gate was erected around the plant, raising safety concerns for workers as equipment is known to be highly explosive, and all available fire escape routes have been closed off due to the new gate. CEO Whitney Hasty further explains the power giant's intention behind this new policy.
All of our power stations are critical facilities, and we've been working to try and secure these facilities to make sure that we don't have any attacks on these facilities. So what we were doing at the Blue Hill Power Station is, over the last, year or so, preparing to tighten up the actual access and also the security around the perimeter of the facility. We would have met, we would have had discussions, sent communication out to the unions, and then also communication out to the staff that come December 13th, that there will be the phase 1 of measures that we will be implementing. And so we were simply following for what we have been communicating all along that we were going to be doing.
The union's president also raised concerns about workers not being able to access equipment and having to walk through dangerous equipment to use the plant's changing room. Another area of concern is that the fence also blocks water and sewage workers who share a yard with BPL from having access to their equipment. To that, Mr. Hasty says this.
So there's been no restrictions to them getting to their change room. However they got to their change room before, which is down a main road, that putting in a fence across the road only then prohibits vehicles from just free access down that road, as opposed to now having to stop at security to get access to that road. In the second case, on the water and sewage side, right, that is a shared property with BPL and water and sewage. So we would have had discussions with water and sewage ahead of putting up the fence. Obviously, the person we would have spoken to, we're understanding was not the right person that we should have spoken to relative to putting up the fence. So we're now having discussions with water and sewage. If it is that we have put a fence that blocks them access to to what it is they need to get access to, what can we do to work together to make sure that fence is relocated? Because all we're wanting to do is secure the access to BPL assets.
Mr. Hasty adds that the power giant has since met with the union to explain the company's motives and get a better sense of what the union's concerns are. Here is President Carl Wilson on that meeting.
Well, it was just a preliminary discussion between himself and I guess he's not fully aware of the details that the union was complaining about, and so he wanted me to give him a full breakdown before we have the next meeting, so he can actually go and view the issues and I guess come back to the union so that we can have some resolution.
The union hopes to meet with the firm and the Minister of Works by this coming Monday. An alleged firearms trafficker was apprehended today by the Royal Bahamas Police Force as he disembarked a flight from the U.S. at the Lynden Pilling International Airport. Police say Larry S. Burrows is suspected of trafficking firearms and other illicit goods into the Bahamas from the United States since 2016. Burrows, a Bahamian citizen, allegedly fled the U.S. to avoid arrest by local authorities. Police say that his arrest is a testament to the developed relationship between the Bahamas and U.S. law enforcement agencies. In September of 2021, police say they sought the assistance of U.S.-based Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives in the apprehension of Larry Burrows. They say he was located in Florida. He then fled back to the Bahamas, where he was subsequently arrested. Police say Burrows is directly responsible for the importation of many of the firearms used in countless violent crimes around the country. Investigations into this matter continue. You're watching Jcn News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.